Hi everyone, welcome to my tutorial on your third assessment for TE1. Now, this video is a demonstration on how to create a math quiz game on Scratch, okay? So, if you're having any trouble, please log into my website, okay? I'm sure you know my website. Go to year 4, then click on mock questions, okay? So you click here. We're gonna use this to practice, okay? So at the mock set, at part 1, it says to choose your sprites and your backgrounds. First, you need to choose two sprites, Chick and Dot. So let's go to Scratch 3. Now we are going to delete this sprite 1. Click on the cat button, type Chick, choose Chick, click on the cat button again, choose Dot. Now we are going to choose the backgrounds, moon and party. Now let's choose this, moon, and choose the backdrop again. Click here, party. Now let's choose party. Now, the next thing we need to do, okay, place the check at negative 150 and negative 111. Okay, can you see the X and Y right here? Let's go to check first. So it's negative 150 and negative 111. Okay, so X is negative 150, Y is negative 111. Now let's change the position for dot. So click on dot. His position is 117 and negative 113. So let's change dot's position to 117 and negative 113. There. So we are already done with part 1. So let's go to part 2. Part 2, you need to create 6 variables. A, B, calculation, name, user, and score. And all of them have to be for all sprites. Okay? How do we create a variable? Go to variables, click on make a variable. Now let's type A, make sure it's for all sprites. Okay, now I'm gonna do for the rest of the variables. Okay, now we are done creating 6 variables. So let's see. Make sure all the variables are not ticked except score. Okay. So let's untick this. This score needs to be ticked, and this. So let's arrange score up here so it doesn't block the stage. Okay, we are done with part 1 and part 2. So let's do part 3. Copy the code from the table on the next page. Okay, this is the next page. So let's do it for Chick first. So when green flag click, ask hi, what is your name? Okay, let's go to Chick, go to events. So if you notice, all of the blocks right here are color coded. So if there are any blocks that you couldn't find, just follow the color. I'm gonna make it bigger so every one of you can see. Okay. So the ask button is in sensing. So it's gonna ask, hi, what is your name? Okay. And you're gonna set, okay? How do you set a variable? So you go to variables, set, then change to name, and then you're gonna put this built-in variable called answer. So what you're gonna do, what is gonna happen is Chick is gonna ask you a question. Hi, what is your name? And then when you answer, it's gonna store inside this blue container right here, which is the blue variable. And then the value of the blue variable is gonna be stored inside name. So next one, we're gonna do a broadcast. I'll explain this a bit later. And then we're gonna do say, join, and also go back to the name variable again. So how do we do broadcast? Go to events, choose broadcast message 1. We're gonna create a new message. So click on message 1, new message. We're gonna call it name. Okay. Then let's choose say hello for 2 seconds. Now the join block is in operators. Let's choose join apple banana. Let's change apple to hi, comma, space. You must put a space in between, okay? And then we're gonna go to variables and drag the variable you just created, which is name, inside banana. And then you're gonna drag the green block, okay? You drag from the word join, okay? Don't drag anywhere from here. So you click and drag inside hello. Okay. Now the next part is wait for 4 seconds and then say let's start for 2 seconds. Wait is in control. Okay, let's change this to 4. And then go to looks. Say hello for 2 seconds. You're going to change it to let's start. Now, let's go to the next part right here, which is the set block. Okay, where do we find set? It's in variables. So let's take out 3 first. So set A, set B, and set C. Not C, actually. Calculation. So we're going to make set A to pick a random number from 11 to 20. Okay? And set B to pick a random number from 1 to 10. Because this is a subtraction game. So A must be bigger than B. So let's go to pick random, which is in operators. Let's put it in both of the set blocks. We're going to change for set A to 11 until 20. And for calculation, it will be a subtraction operation, okay? So let's go. Subtraction is here. And put it inside 0. And how do we find the variables A and B? Go to variables, A and B. So when you drag, make sure it highlights the part that you want to drop in. Don't make it replace another place, okay? Make sure it's highlighted at the right place, only you let go. Okay, we're done with this part. Now let's go to ask, okay? Ask, we need to use 2 join blocks, okay? So go to ask. Ask is in sensing. Ask. And we're going to use 2 join blocks. Okay. 2 join blocks. Okay. So this join block is going to be in banana. Okay. Now, what is going to happen is I'm going to join the text together with variables. Okay. So A and the apple right here is going to change to minus. Okay. And then we're going to drag the B variable into banana. So what happened is, let's say variable A pick a random number, let's say 13. And then B picks a random number 1. So here will be A will be 13 minus 1. So we're going to make it as this. And then set user to answer. So you're going to collect the answer from the user. So let's choose set user. User is basically the answer from the user. Okay. Answer. Remember this blue variable right here? It only stores data temporarily. Okay. So it's not permanent. Okay. So the if, we need the if block. The if block is in control. If then. Okay. Don't choose if then else. Choose if then. And we're going to set a condition right here. If calculation is equal to user, that means equal to the user's answer, which is your answer, you're going to fill it in. And calculation is the correct answer. So if this two is the same, the score will change by 1. Okay? So let's go to operators and we take the equal sign, put inside the if block. Now go to variables, calculation equals to user. So what is going to happen? It's going to change, take the change block, put inside the if statement, and then change score by 1. Okay, so we have already copied check codes inside. Okay, so let's go to dot this time. Let's choose dot, and we're going to copy this. Okay, when green flag click, change backdrop to party. Okay, green flag is in events. Okay, I'm going to make it bigger so everyone can see. Okay, so it's going to change backdrop. Okay, where should I choose change backdrop? Is in looks. Change backdrop to party. Okay, make sure it's at party, not anything else. Okay, we're gonna choose all the set blocks. Okay, we're gonna set all to 0 except for score. Okay, the variables are right here. So we choose 6 set blocks. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we set name and score to 0 and 5. Name, score. This will be 5. And then calculation user A and B. Calculation user A and B. So what will happen is when you press green flag, everything will be 0 except for score. Okay, I'm going to put this aside first. Make sure you don't drag it here or else you're going to delete all the codes. Make sure it's here. Now the next one, when I receive name. Okay, this is where the broadcast comes in. Okay, when it broadcasts, it will call this code right here. Okay, so go to events. When I receive name, okay, it's gonna wait for 2 seconds. Wait, change to 2. Okay, you're gonna have 2 say blocks and 1 switch backdrop. block. Okay, so go to looks, take to save for 2 seconds, and one switch back drop. Okay, let's see what does it say the first say block. Okay, you need to have the join block and also the name variable. So the join block is in operators. Let's go here, and then the name block, which is inside banana. Okay, it's going to say welcome, comma, space. So apple, you're going to change it to welcome, comma, and put a space. And this join is going to be in the first hello. Okay, don't put it at 2 seconds, okay? Put it in hello. And then the next one you're going to do is, this is a subtraction game, exclamation mark. So you're going to change this to, this is a subtraction game. There. So this is the second part we have done. Okay, once you have done copying the codes, let's see the second part right here. Put a loop in chick sprite so that it will repeat without stopping. Okay, this is actually a keyword because in Scratch we have 3 types of loops. One is the forever loop, the other one is the repeat 10 loop, and another one is the repeat until loop. So the keyword right here, repeat without stopping, that means it will never ever stop. So the keyword right here is for forever loop. So this one is inside chick. Okay, click on chick. You're going to put a forever loop. So click and drag the forever loop, put here. Because if you see, the blank space right here is for you to put the loop. So it will be similar to your practical. Okay, so let's go back. And we're going to bring all of this code so it will be nested in the forever loop. So it will look like this. Okay, part 2 is already done. Now let's see part and the question number 3 for part 3. Change score value to 0. Okay, let's do that. Go to dot. Okay, change to 0. Okay, we're done. Then number 4, when the green flag click, the backdrop's supposed to be moon in dot. So let's go to dot. Okay, when green flag click, not when I receive name, okay? When green flag click, the party is supposed to be changed to moon. Okay, we're done at part 3. Yes, we're done with part 3, question number 4. So now let's go to part 4. We're going to save to the computer. And we're going to name the file as mock TE1 A3, your name and your class. So you can copy from the question. But for the practical, I'll be giving you a paper as for the instruction. Okay, so you can't copy like this. So remember, you need to save it to your computer and inside your document folder. Okay, so how do we do it? Go to file, save to your computer, go to documents. Okay, choose your folder, double click on it. So this is how we name it. Okay, go to file name. We're gonna name it as mock TE1 A3. Yes, let's see. The A3. Yes, A3. And then click here again. Your name and your class. So once you're done naming it, click save. Okay, now let's test on the game. Alright, so I'm gonna full screen, press green flag. Okay, let's type my name. Okay, and then you press enter. Okay, let's type the wrong answer, okay? So let's type 2. So you see, the score didn't increase. If I type the correct answer for this one, 14 minus 3, 11. So the score will increase by 1. So that's the end of the tutorial. I hope that you guys can practice so that you will not have any problems during the assessment.